This week on the Lagg Spike podcast, Jack discovers he doesn't live on the West Coast, Matt speaks again, and Mike and Sam plan their destinies. Hello and welcome to the Lagg Spike podcast. I am your host, Mike Chalice. This is episode 4, and with me today I have the still opinionated Mr. Jack Valentine.
Hello again.
The man with the beard, Matt Bird.
How's it going?
And Mr. Gloom and Doom, San Landry.
Hello.
How's it going this week, guys?
Oh, really good, yeah.
What have we all been up to?
Oh, tons. Gargantuan.
Perfect.
Amounts.
We'll move on from that then. Just tons.
No, I remember when we were together last week, and I was like, what the hell are we doing next week? Like, there's nothing coming out. And then Tuesday comes around, and it's like episode 5 of season 2 of The Walking Dead, which was phenomenal. Infamous First Light, which was astounding.
I like to combine
there
words.
You go.
That's fine.
Yeah, astonishing. I picked up Metro Redux because I'd only ever played Last Light. Loved it. Everyone says 2033 is a better game. They're the sort of Russian Metro survival horror shooters. I'm loving it. I'm about 4 hours into it. I haven't played it a whole lot since I got it, but it's very, very good. Very pretty game, considering it came out in like 2007, I think.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Yeah.
I remember when I saw Last Light get announced, I was like, oh, I forgot about Metro.
Yeah. But I love it. But apart from that, yeah, there's just been a lot. I've played little bits of lots of things.
Sounds like a productive week, though.
Yeah,
and
absolutely. Writing a little piece which should be hitting your eyes on gamingline.com pretty soon about...
And it begins
Can
already.
I put a little tick down?
Yeah.
For the shameless self-promotion.
Yeah,
it's gonna be up pretty soon, just on the liberal use of the word exclusive. And now that Crystal Dynamics has come forward and explained the exclusivity
Deal.
terms and conditions of Rise of the Tomb Raider, that's me.
Right on. Matt, what have you been up to?
I've been playing some Diablo still.
Yeah, you have.
All up to Paragon 29 now, I think it is.
Yeah, Gaming Lag is efficiently, I guess, and officially all at level 70, so we've been trying out some of that adventure mode.
Yeah, it's been good.
We've basically ruined Matt's life.
Yeah, that's all I do now.
You're welcome, buddy.
Too much Diablo. It's just...
It really is a treat, though. I mean, the game is really fun.
It is.
Yeah, exactly. So,
I mean,
we've ruined your life in the best possible way through the art of video games. And basically making you buy stuff that you're reluctant to get.
Yeah.
And we're saying this is a guy who has 30-something trophies.
Yeah, but he wastes a lot of time in a lot of
platinums.
bad games.
31 platinums.
Okay.
Yeah, 31 trophies wouldn't be good.
Be like,
Did you just get... You turned on your PS4, you have 31.
I don't even have 30 trophies. Oh well.
Sam, what have you been up to?
Diablo still. Did a little bit of League the other day. That was pretty much it.
All right. Right on.
Normal stuff.
So, I've got to ask while we're in this what you've been up to section, because I ran into you the other day, and you said that you're not really feeling the old Final Fantasy there anymore.
Nah.
What's happened?
Everyone from my group moved on. They're all doing other stuff in the game.
They're all married, got kids, got their wives.
No. They're still playing. No, they're still playing the game. They've grouped up with other people and stuff like that.
Those
and it's just
bastards.
They've left me behind to clear content by myself, which is quite boring. So I was like, yeah,
I found it hard when I played MMOs, though, because when I played World of Warcraft back in the day, the people I played with were on the West Coast. So I was up until 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning and then trying to go to work. They
raid at 11 at night, our time. So and that's 7 o'clock their time. So that's fine for them, but screws me up a hell of a lot. And that's Matt, I go to bed at like midnight every night.
I'd put it around 9 o'clock.
That was just last night. I was tired.
I have been getting some feedback that people wanted to know about our bedtime schedules and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Why?
When we tuck in.
So on Mondays,
Now
I
I'm
go to
pretty
bed
tired.
It varies every single night. No. For anybody who doesn't know, Matt and Sam are roommates. That's the reason they know.
He's making it sound worse than it is.
Benefits.
Yeah. Cheap rent. That's what you're referring to.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely. Well, I've actually just been playing Diablo as well.
I'm sorry, Sahar.
I haven't gotten a whole lot of time to play it the last few days because I've been busy at work. But Diablo still has my attention until a particular game comes out on September 9th, which we'll talk about later in the show.
What's it called?
I can't remember. It's some small budget
do we
games
choose our
from
destiny?
somewhere.
Is that what it is?
Wow. Wow. I've also been working on a Diablo 3 review, which you will be able to see at gaminglag.com very shortly.
Doctor. There it is.
Also working on a video review of it, which
Where
you'll
can
be
you
able
find
to see
that?
there as well. Sorry?
Where can you find that?
Gaminglag.com, I think.
Okay, that's what it is. All right, there we go.
So that's 3 within the first 5 minutes.
Yeah. That was actually spot on 5 minutes. Yeah.
That's a good guess. Yeah, see, I have an internal clock that's actually extremely accurate.
Yeah.
We'll be right back. We're going to go over the news because there actually is this week a ton of it, even though we're getting closer to the end of PAX Prime. Yeah, see you in a second. And we're back. We're going to go over a little bit of news because there's actually quite a bit to go through this week. Yeah. First thing, Amazon acquires Twitch. So the huge rumors was that YouTube was going to try and purchase Twitch, which sort of made I guess the most sense, right? Because YouTube's a streaming site for any of your videos and then Twitch for live streams. But Amazon ended up getting it. And the quote I read was because they were worried about trust issues with YouTube and Google and stuff, I guess.
I haven't. This was news to me when you told me about it because I hadn't heard anything about this at all. Sam?
I think it's mainly because now that Amazon doesn't spend money on their drone idea because that completely doesn't exist anymore. They had more funds.
Can you imagine how awesome that would be? And I would just sit out on my back step with like a gun, just fire at the drones that are going by, see what treasures I get, what loot I get from that.
That's how Terminator starts.
Yeah, well, that's fine. I'm okay with that. As long as when I drop it, it's like, oh, look, Collector's Edition Destiny. Oh, look, Collector's Edition this.
There won't be any power.
It has to be a certain... It couldn't be bigger than, like, my phone, for example. Like, the package had to be really small.
That's great. That means everything I would shoot down would be electronic. It would be fantastic.
Sure.
Or, like, Hanes boxers or something.
Oh, yeah.
Socks. Hey, you can never
Which I can never have too many of, so I'm all right with that.
But
my biggest concern is the quote that I read about Twitch was that Twitch will remain the same for the time being. So my fear is that I'm going to be like watching a live stream of like one of my favorite gamers and it's just going to skip to a commercial about Amazon for 10 seconds, then go back to the stream.
So like Amazon owns it.
Amazon owns it, yes.
I'm trying to think what else Amazon have been doing that, because it'd be funny, like you'll get the first leaks first hand because Amazon leaked bloody everything.
Yeah, basically.
So like you're watching a live stream for like Call of Duty 11, hypothetical, because I don't know why anyone in the stream would watch a live stream of Call of Duty. But then Amazon leaked the next Call of Duty. Do you watch live streams of Call of Duty?
No.
You
son
of a bitch.
You're lying.
I saw your face, Matt. You look like you're debating it.
Actually,
No. It's Battlefield and for her friend Justin. But no Call of Duty. Go on, Jack.
I was going to say, and then it pops up like, we have this game in our system now, and before they're just
leaks
it
during a live stream of like the predecessor.
Exactly.
My god, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Just so you know, you can now pre-order the collector's edition of Call of Duty Advanced Ghosts,
Advanced Dogs of Warfare 7,
and that's how it leaks. Oh yeah, that'd be priceless.
There's an idea for a Call of Duty game. You're a dog through World War II. Yeah.
I think they did that in a different company, only it's World War One.
Did they?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
What about if you were a fairy in a distant land, but you had a gun and you shot people? Child of Warfare.
Child of Warfare.
So 7.
The game mechanics is just mash X.
Modern fairies.
Or whatever the button is on Xbox, because I can't remember.
A.
Yeah.
Well, there's still an X button, but
oh yeah,
it's the reload button most of the time.
All right, so next bit of news is actually probably the one I'm most excited about for this week is Mario Kart 8 is finally getting some awesome DLC. There will be one pack in November, I believe, and the next one in May. Each DLC pack will include different characters from the game Zelda, Animal Crossing, and F-Zero, as well as 2 cups, and that means 8 new tracks, which is what we've been asking for since the game launched. Was I can't wait for that.
I mean, I think there was the game is overflowing with content. Like, I have my favorite tracks and the ones that I play on online and the ones you vote for all the time. But that game is stocked. And I mean, yeah, the characters were a little let down because it's like you don't get. There were some fan favorites that didn't seem to return, and they were kind of just like copy and paste and stuff like that. But now, what is going on?
Keep talking. It doesn't.
You're waving. I can hear it a lot though, and it's picking it up. So I'm just wondering what you're trying.
Don't worry about it.
What are you trying to signal to each other? Just say it.
I don't know what he's pointing. He's pointing at something, and I don't know what it is.
Just keep talking about what you're talking.
Okay. In short, I love the idea that Mario Kart could become like the Super Smash Brothers of kart racing.
Yeah, I would agree with that. We were talking about some items that would be like really cool to throw in there, like like a hook shot or what's the other hook shot called?
I said the switch hook because it'd be cool if you could just like if you're like. That's why the only thing I like the blue shell, like those classic Mario Kart items. However, it's kind of crappy because it's like last place, hitting the person in first place doesn't matter. So if you're in last place and you got a clear line of sight of the person in ninth, let's say, and you're all packed together, you just shoot at him and it just completely switches places.
Yeah.
Like that would just be the most like that would be the friendship ruining item.
Absolutely.
And those are the kind of things they could add through free update if they start bringing like Link's coming in. From Zelda, and I mean
November,
in November, along with Tanuki Mario and Cat Peach, which is fine. I mean, those are the kind of characters that I'm kind of like, I don't really care.
Link is good.
Oh
yeah,
Christ, yeah.
But the other ones are just sort of remodels. But that's fine. All I care about are new tracks. That's what I want.
Yeah.
So they could have even left Link out for me, but it's awesome that they're incorporating their franchise.
Well, it's just like Smash Brothers now. I don't need another character. I will just play as Link all the time.
Exactly.
Well,
for you, I guess I want Pikachu.
That's
who I. That's how I play
cool.
Smash Brothers because I like to annoy the crap out of the people I'm playing.
Gotta get that Ness in there. Give me some of that Earthbound love. Get Ness in there.
I love Earthbound, but I hate Ness in Super Smash Brothers.
Really?
I really do.
He's cool.
More annoying than Pikachu.
Fired!
Yeah.
PK fired!
Oh my god.
That'd be so good in Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Imagine Mario saying that. Pika fire! Is that
if you just had like an item or something that you got it and it's just
a
makes like a freaking geyser of fire on the ground?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Next up on... Sorry, Matt, what?
Do we have a price?
Yes,
we do actually. It's
$7.99 individually, $12.99 for the two of them, which is insanely well priced.
Yes,
you think
that is the way DLC should be priced.
Yeah,
not here's $29.99 for
$50 for like 4 packs, but each of them are just gonna have 4 maps in it.
Yeah,
like the tracks in Mario Kart are always so fun and creative and stuff like that. But then you're getting the new carts, you're getting new characters. Like This is a whole new content drop because it's stuff that's going to be accessible for people who don't like playing online if they just want to play offline.
And this is something that Nintendo couldn't do before, and now it's so nice that when they launch a game that they can do patches to fix a game that's broken or launch these like DLC packs that make a game better. Like, can you imagine Super Smash Brothers now getting launched, and then they're just like, okay, we're going to add the next DLC is going to be $15. You're going to get 10 more players and 5 maps.
Yeah. I feel like we'll know about the rate they're going with Super Smash Brothers. We'll probably know about them a year before they are supposed
I would imagine, something.
I can't.
Like that.
I'm sorry, but I can't stand why that they're doing this with Smash Brothers.
I would agree with that.
Half the joy of Smash Brothers
is unlocking that random person that says
new fighter approaches, and then you have to fight them, and that's like, oh my god, I've never seen this person. What are they going to play like? Yeah. And I remember fighting Young Link in one of my most fond memories is like I was playing adventure mode as I can't remember who it was, but then Ganondorf comes in and it's like, oh my god, like Ganondorf's good. And yeah, he was kind of a copy and paste of Falcon, but it doesn't matter, it's Ganondorf.
Yes, exactly.
And
there was a memory that I had from what was the hardest one in the very first Super Smash Brothers?
I didn't play much of the first Super Smash
on
Brothers.
Nintendo 64. I remember finally getting, I can't even remember who it was now, but I remember finally having that guy approach me, and I lost the first time I fought him, and I was so angry. I threw stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Some of them were legit.
No, but it's cool. It'll probably tie into Amiibo as well. Sort of the thing that Nintendo's going for was that let's collect these toys as well that will go with your game, and you'll be able to bring sort of your games with you.
Yeah.
Instead of using the cloud, I guess, basically, which is what the other consoles do.
And I had said this before, like in terms of the figurine market for these kind of games with the out of game toys. I would not be comfortable with buying anything but these amiibos because they look so sleek.
Yeah,
like they
absolutely.
look like things that I wouldn't mind having on my shelf.
Even if you don't use them, people are still
yeah.
going to buy them. So it's a genius marketing plan by Nintendo. Matt, you like Mario Kart. Are you excited about the DLC?
I am excited about the DLC.
Are you going to lose to me in class when it comes out?
Every single
with
time.
class.
Are we
I
going
guess.
to play Mario Kart sometime?
We have to do that.
we have
Yeah.
to do it. I'd
How
like to
many
organize some
How
sort
many
of
controllers
like.
do you have here?
I only have 3 here. I need 1 more.
I
might have 4.
have. I think I have like 2 or 3. 2, I think that I can.
We should
bring
have a
over.
race tonight, actually.
I'm going to lose. I can guarantee it.
Well,
That's okay.
You didn't have to say that.
Yeah.
I already knew. You're talking to me.
Yeah. I challenge you.
And
Jack.
if
I'll give you a run for
if
your money.
anyone wants to challenge us, this is a good point, right?
Yeah.
On the Wii U, I think my thing is Jack Attack. I think that's my name. Add me up. Shoot me a message or just follow send me something on Twitter.
I think that'd be cool. I think maybe we should organize something for we have a group of friends that likes to play these games.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll organize like some sort of tournament on there and invite everybody to play. And you can jump into the tournament and see how you're handling. I mean, we're not professional gamers by any means, but I mean we're pretty amazing. So
I consider myself professional.
I wouldn't.
My friend.
I wouldn't consider you a professional. Is what I.
Oh, there it is. When do you guys remember the Splinter Cell game that came out last year? Did you play it? Did you play Blacklist?
No.
I played it for 5 minutes, turned it off because it looked like they completely went
the-
backwards in the graphics.
Yeah, the graphics.
Which they did.
The graphics were terrible in
and
it.
I can't
but-
play a game if the graphics look like shit.
Ooh, mate. Okay, but anyway, I had a friend who I played the multiplayer with because it was the 2-on-2 like spies versus mercenaries, and we played that game religiously. They added, and we joked about it because about a month after the game came out, they added a 2v2 hardcore mode that you could only access at a certain level because everybody in that game sucked so bad. And we would, when you start the game, you either play as the first person mercenaries and you have to defend the objectives, or you play as the spies and you have to plant the bombs. If we played as the mercenaries, we would let them win the first couple of rounds because otherwise we'd kill them and stop them. And as soon as you play as the spies, you win 1 round and you're done. But we joked about, they should do an MLG thing for this game, and we just stomp everyone because we never played a match that we lost really hard on. It was always like this. If it was a tough one, it would be like marginally close.
Yeah.
But it was you have those experiences sometimes online. You think like, what are these people doing? Like, do they know how to play the game? And I'm sounding really obnoxious right now, and I'm aware of that. So I'm just gonna.
I mean,
Well, it's in your nature, right?
Shots fired.
No, but you guys know what I mean. Like,
I know exactly what you mean, because
you and I played games of Destiny in the beta.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we were like, what are these guys doing?
Yeah.
And then there's other games where we're like, oh Christ, that was embarrassing.
Yeah.
Yeah, what happened?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I think that goes with who's actually playing multiplayer of those specific games. I think that's the biggest thing, because I've played multiplayers of games like Tomb Raider, for instance, and I got the definitive edition way after it was released. So the actual amount of people that were playing were very few, and they all weren't very good, so it wasn't a very good experience.
And everyone
but
just hated the multiplayer in that game.
Yeah, and it was awful multiplayer, but I was like, okay, I'll try it out. And then I finally thought to myself, well, how long will it take me to get the platinum? And then I read that and then instantly stopped playing the multiplayer. But the people that were in that game were not very good. But a game like Destiny or Halo or Call of Duty or Battlefield, there are people that just play those games, and that's why it's more competitive. Like, I found Destiny, there were games where we would like roll people and just completely annihilate their whole team, and then there were other times where it was me and you, the only people who could do stuff.
Well, we were playing objective, and then people were just kind of
people were
wandering
just
around.
sort of wandering around, going, "Oh, look, this is pretty. Oh crap, I didn't get the tank. I don't want to play."
Well, I remember seeing
really good on the gun, the cannon.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I remember one
turrets.
of
Oh, the turrets. They're my thing.
It was the second map in the beta, the one on Venus.
Shores of Time.
One.
Sure.
And I remember there's that one objective, I think it's on B or something. And if you've played the beta, you'll understand what we're talking about. But there's that area where you can kind of fly across the jetpack. And I just remember this guy on our team strafing and like covering us, and he just walked straight off the edge. And there were these situations like that where you'd think like, what are you doing? Like, stop playing the game.
Situational awareness, please.
Play the game and just stop walking around aimlessly.
There's an idea for something. Destiny fails of the week.
You could easily find
you
those.
could do anything.
Yeah, really. But anyway, I think that's it. It draws people in.
Sorry,
like
I went completely
stuff.
off on a divergent thing. Actually, can I segue? Please.
Segue away.
You don't have to. Sure.
Okay.
You have my permission, apparently, that you need.
Thank you. Well, I didn't know. I don't want you to just, stop making me stop recording and hit us.
Okay.
So, you were saying about the amiibos. Well, turns out Nintendo had a little conference in Japan where they announced the, might I add, creatively named new 3DS.
Yep.
And the new 3DS XL. I think
call it the 4DS.
they need to fire whoever keeps thinking up their bloody names.
Yes.
Because they suck.
It's as if they're like, listen, guys, the names don't matter. Don't worry about it. Why is it called Smash Brothers for Wii U? Like...
Well, there was that big thing on 4chan where it was like, well, it's actually for Wii U because it's like the 4th game.
Yeah, I don't care.
Well, no, that's the thing.
Yeah.
If they'd have put a big number 4, I think they could have worked like Left 4 Dead.
Even like Smash Brothers Melee and Smash Brothers Brawl weren't that creative, but at least they had something that wasn't just Smash Brothers for Wii U or new Super Mario Brothers or the new 3DS.
Like, well, what's next? You're going to be Call of Duty Super Mega Mech Future Warfare of Death.
Yeah,
like,
at least they're trying with names, though, right?
I guess. I mean, anyway, the naming thing doesn't matter at all. The why I wanted to bring it up with the Amiibo thing is it has that Amiibo technology built in, amongst some other features with like a improved CPU. It's got a little directional analog button thing. I think they sound cool. People are obviously pretty furious about this.
But you had to expect that they were going to tie in Amiibo with everything.
Oh yeah,
because they're really going after that old mentality of you can bring your games wherever you want to go. And I don't think you're going to be able to bring your games necessarily, but your save files, I guess.
The reason people are a little upset is I think when they started talking about Amiibo, they discussed like the analog attachment for the original 3DS, an Amiibo attachment that would be kind of like the Skylanders port. And that was something that's been planned, and I think that still will be released in the West, probably before this new 3DS. But this one now, you just plop it on
the screen.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
People
who don't know, like me, Amiibo, is that some type of thing like an amoeba? Like, what is it?
It's like Skylanders, but for Nintendo characters.
Nintendo's going after some, like, the ability to, like, custom move sets from Smash Brothers and maybe, like, your car and stuff from Mario Kart, and they're going to be statues of the iconic characters that Nintendo owns all the IPs to, like Link and Samus and Donkey Kong and things like that. And it's going to be a little well-designed statue that has basically a memory card built into it that you can save stuff to and bring to your friends.
So we're talking as well-designed as Disney Infinity, or are we talking as well-designed?
No,
I think those
on
things
another
look
level.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
On another level.
I mean, like,
okay,
if you
like actually decently detailed.
Yes.
Yes. They look,
people will
phenomenal.
collect just the figurines. What you're saying?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think the way it's something that they're like, I think is really cool about it is the like in the old days in Smash Brothers, you'd go in, I want to be Blue Link and I want to have this name, and you'd have those kind of things. But that's what they're going for with the whole. You can put this down and it just brings up instantly.
Cool. Well, in Smash Brothers specifically, you can actually customize your movesets to what abilities you want, because I think every character has more movesets than by default. So that'll port as well, so that you can literally not have to spend time setting up your character when you go to a friend's house. Anyway, we digress. Moving on. Kind of a sore spot in a lot of gamers' minds right now is that the Xbox Kinect is finally coming separately to store shelves. Which is great, except for it's going to be $150 because they can, apparently.
So this is the thing. If Microsoft as a company are going to bring out the Xbox at $500 and then say, I think in England it's like $340 sterling, I don't know what it is, and then say, okay, well now we have the one that nobody wants because nobody wants the Kinect. Let's make this one for $399. And when people ask, well, I wonder how much it's going to be when it comes out, it obviously they have to make the $499 one the value brand. And like it has to be
My
cheaper.
surprise to this is that when you buy the bundle with the Kinect, you get Forza right now for free. So now they're not only charging you $150, which is $50 more than that bundle if you have an Xbox without a Kinect. You also don't get Forza.
It's going to come with it's actually going to come with Dance Central.
Yeah, for sure. But you still lose out on the Forza. So, I mean, I guess they're sort of using Dance Central as a...
That's a must, though.
Yeah, but what's the value of Dance Central?
It's Dance Central. What? What's the value?
No. I meant actual physical
$10
value.
$10.
Okay. Where Forza is
had
$50.
tantrum.
Jeez.
Sorry, man.
Check your underwear there, buddy.
Jeez. I'm just saying.
Anyway, sore spot in gamers' hearts here because you're going to end up spending more. So if you are going to buy an Xbox One like myself, buy it with the Kinect, unless there's some sort of cool bundle you want to buy.
Like that Call of Duty bundle.
Yeah.
Get that bling bling.
I said that you would want to buy.
Well, there's that white one that comes with...
Yeah.
Right, if you're going to do that and you want Sunset Overdrive,
yeah,
that's great.
And then you can get your black $150 Kinect.
Yeah, exactly.
I think you're going to see the used market for Kinects go way up for people who don't necessarily care about them.
No, I mean, that's the thing, right? I don't know. I just... Like, they need to... The approach... to the Kinect has just been...
I think they should have made two bundles, 150 with Dance Central, and then maybe 109 like the original Kinect with no game. I understand them charging a bit more for a premium for having to package it and stuff, but the extra 50, if somebody doesn't care about Dance Central, is not worth it.
Microsoft do this with a lot, though. They and this isn't necessarily disparaging them. I don't think it's poor business practice. I think it's just silly business practice. And they kind of like what you were saying with Save Us, Master Chief, right?
Right.
The Kinect is an item that nobody wants to use because it's. I mean, it might work. From when it does work, it does it really well.
Yep.
But
I use it.
You do, but what do you use it for?
The general consensus is navigational controls.
I use it navigating around the menu. It's a lot easier. It's a lot quicker.
Yes, but is that like that? This is what I'm going on to say. Is this a peripheral is that functionality worth the extra $100 to you?
For the fact that now that Microsoft owns Skype, and you can Skype someone while playing a game, to communicate. Like for example, my buddy doesn't have an Xbox One, but he has Skype. I can Skype him. We can video chat while I play a game.
Okay, sure. As a value for you, it works.
Yes.
Okay. Personally, I hate the snap feature because I hate this is the same reason I don't really like the Twitch streaming on the PlayStation 4
because it cuts off the screen
right down.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
However, when I was really big into The Last of Us on PS3 with multiplayer and I would play with a couple of guys, we would just use Skype because a couple of them didn't have headsets. And so I don't mind having my laptop open because I quite often listen to music on my computer while I'm playing games. The value of the Kinect now hinges on Microsoft. This is the thing. If people have already picked up the value bundle without the Kinect, Microsoft now assume that, Dance Central will
sell a ton of copies.
Yeah. Yep. Well, it's coming with the dance game that people want, and if you want to play Just Dance 2015, which people I'm sure would want to,
that's different than Dance Central, right?
Yeah, it's Ubisoft.
Oh, okay.
Dance Central is leagues ahead of where Just Dance was. Just Dance is a Neanderthal compared to Dance Central.
Does that have to do with anything the fact that Ubisoft makes it?
I think Just Dance started as a mini game in Raving Rabbits, for Christ's sakes. It was never even a real game, and then people use that more than anything else in bloody Raving Rabbits because it's Raving Rabbits.
Yeah,
and no one cares about Raving Rabbits.
It's not like a feature in
Raving Rabbits.
Jeez.
But then the first few Dance Central games caught on the Wii because it was colourful and it showed you kind of moving your arm around like an idiot. And then Dance Central was that launch game on the Kinect on the 360, and it was the one game that worked, so it did really well.
Perfect. No, it'll leave a sore spot, I think, for people that have the value pack. But I guess at least you are getting a game with it. But for people who don't care about Dance Central, if they ever want to connect, you're gonna have to fork up the extra dough that you didn't.
And not just that, I think it's just that the lineup coming up in the future. I would not be surprised at all if within the next month or two you hear about, the more they delve into the Halo stuff, I would not be surprised at all if they've implemented some kind of voice command feature. I'd
never use it.
No, I'm not saying you would.
But then it's going to be there.
Any smart person wouldn't,
right?
Because it's Halo. But it's like I would bet money on them having something in there that's like, we've really wanted to facilitate, switching between the old and new graphics because pressing that back button on the controller is a hassle. So now you can just say Xbox, take me back to 2004, and it takes you back to the old graphics.
The longest voice command ever.
Yeah, but they would.
They do that all the time, though. Yeah. They do it with everything.
I do enjoy
right?
coming home and going Xbox on, and then it turns on.
Yeah, for sure.
You leave yours in like the standby mode.
No. Because you just turn it off, but if you're walking, as long as my Kinect is locked in, I just say Xbox on, it turns off.
So yours is not technically off. Yours is in that standby mode thing.
I leave my PS4 in my standby
I hold
mode.
the button on the controller and go to Xbox turn off, and it shuts off.
I understand that, but when you get
you're saying that there's an option. There isn't one. It's Xbox turn off or Xbox turn on. Like there's no option. Or turn off the controller.
Okay.
Like there's no standby mode. There's no choice for it.
When you go into the settings on the Xbox, there's a thing that says you're in a sedation mode, where that's the standard on-off thing. You're looking at me like really sarcastically, and I don't know why, because when I got my Xbox One, it was something that I looked up, and I had to look up on the internet how to turn it off, because you can still hear it humming when it's turned off. And so
I just thought it was the brick, because it's a giant brick.
Yeah. So
But if he's saying
I don't
that
know
if
why
you
you're pressing me like this, because it's like,
it doesn't matter if you turn it off and change that setting, it doesn't make any noise.
Yes, but that's all I'm saying is you can't turn it on by voice if it's actually turned off.
I wouldn't have explored for that option. I leave my stuff in standby mode anyway, because I want everything to be up to date, because nothing pissed me off more on my PlayStation 3 that when I got home, turned it on, I was like, can't wait to play. Oh, new update.
You had to have that PlayStation Plus.
Yeah, well, now it's always in standby mode on my PS4, and I don't have to worry about it. Moving on, Saints Row is getting a standalone DLC. I think it's coming next year. It's called Gat Out of Hell. The reason I bring this up is because standalone DLC is sort of becoming a thing now, because you were just playing First Light this week.
I was.
Yeah. And it's, what do we think of standalone DLCs as long as
sometimes better bite-sized versions of the full game?
Do you think Saints Row is going to do that?
I haven't cared about Saints Row since Saints Row 2, because
Yeah.
Saints Row 2 was like, Saints Row 3 was a giggle, but it was just
Did you play Saints Row?
Yeah. I played the second and the third. The
second one had a really dark story, and it was good.
Yeah.
And
3 I didn't like when they added the DLC. They had a lot of I don't know how to explain it.
I lost interest.
It was weird,
in 3.
and 4 was all virtual.
You were the president.
Superhero president.
Yeah.
Well, it was designed as a DLC. It was Halo 3 ODST, right? It was a DLC, and then they just
Yeah. Well, we've all watched the trailer for this next game that was released at PAX Prime. I want everybody's opinions. I know what Jack's is, so we'll start with Matt and Sam. Firewatch trailer released. This game looks unbelievably cool. You watched the trailer today with me, Sam. What did you think?
Before I watched the trailer, I'm not going to lie, I instantly just thought this is a nice game I can put on. Then, 15 minutes later, I'm passed out cold. But after watching the trailer, it looks pretty intense. Looks like it's going to be a lot of mystery and stuff to figure out.
Yeah, when you first hear the premise of the game, that's when I was reading that. I was like, so you're a guy in a Firewatch tower. Okay,
I was just expecting you're a guy looking
boring.
out at trees.
And then you actually see the trailer and you realize there's something else to the game, and it looks phenomenal. You watched the trailer, right? Oh.
No trailer.
Awkward.
First minute of the trailer.
Okay.
Which is still the boring. He's talking to the girl.
How was that? That's not boring.
It was intense, man.
It was intense.
It moved me.
I'm pretty
cried.
sure my video might have froze because all I heard was him and her and the watchtower.
Yeah, well, it's
Yeah,
just
and that
like
stays
that
there
for a
for
while.
about 30 to 40 seconds before
Yeah.
it starts going over some of the basic
gameplay
gameplay.
footage. Yeah.
But it looks more like an exploration thing,
Yeah,
which
so
I think it looks phenomenal.
Yeah, Campo Santo. I can't I remember hearing about this a while ago, and I can't remember why I initially got excited. I think it was just the premise, and they released some early art for it, and I was like, Jesus, this looks gorgeous. And there's been little teasers for it for going on for quite a while now, and I'm happy to just see some sort of substantial footage of it. And I mean, I love the it's super colorful, and it's got like a very kind of. It's got like this kind of Pixar, from what I can tell, like his hands are kind of
Yeah,
he's got
it looks like a
sausage
little
fingers
cartoony.
and-
Yeah. Yep.
But I mean, it's dealing with these. It seems like it's dealing with these kind of like slightly darker themes.
Yeah,
and the
so
storytelling
I kind of
is-
like that take on something like that, where it seems obviously we don't know, but it seems like it's going to be a relatively dark sort of mystery story.
Yeah,
And the game itself is incredibly colorful and beautiful. So it's it's definitely on my play day one list.
Yeah.
It's probably the best game that I saw at PAX. Obviously I wasn't there. I've just been reading up on what's there. But
I was gonna say, when did you get back?
well, just this morning, and jeez. Moving on to the the last order of news here, Lockout finally confirmed for the Halo Master Chief Edition for the remastered levels, which is, in my opinion, the best level ever made for a Halo game for multiplayer.
I want a remake of Sand Trap, but that's just me.
Is that a Halo 3 map?
It's a Halo 3 map, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not going to happen.
I know.
It's all from the older games.
I can dream.
Yeah. I played it. I didn't play much Halo 2 back in the day. I played the remake of that one on the expansion pack they did. I think it was called like Whiteout or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool. That one, if they hadn't announced that one,
people would have been mad.
People would have rioted in the streets.
Yeah, there's only one more left to announce, I think, right?
I think so.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't been keeping track of it, really.
It's cool that they're remastering them. I love that they're keeping the old versions in the game already.
Yep.
So that's going to be great. But we're going to be right back with our wrap-up.
Oh, we're forgetting one more thing.
Which is?
For our Assassin's Creed fans, Unity has been delayed. Yes, just me.
Yes.
Unity has been delayed till the same day as Rogue, November 11th.
Same day as Halo, the Master Chief Collection.
Oh, man, that is bad for them.
Yeah. Well, I don't think it's bad for... I think it's just bad for Microsoft, because the thing is, that game's going to sell amazingly well on Xbox One, Assassin's Creed Unity, and putting it against the Master Chief Collection, if you've got kids that are in school and aren't working and have to mind the wallet, they're not going to go with they're going to want Halo, because it's 4 games for the price of 1.
Yeah.
And Assassin's Creed, they can go without for a while.
Yep.
So when you get to that market where the mums are asking, which one of these do you want for Christmas?
It's going to Halo Master Chief Collection.
Well, no, that's going to be the one they want to buy themselves.
Oh, right.
And so Assassin's Creed people like
I see what you're
I think
saying.
the sales will slip because of this, but it won't necessarily. Assassin's Creed's still going to sell by the truckload because it's on PS4.
But they can only make the game better by pushing it back.
By 2 weeks, it's not going to change
2 weeks
anything.
means absolutely
that
nothing.
means, like you were saying,
If you didn't hear the sarcasm in my voice, for everyone who knew.
You were saying on the ride here, like it's just for like bug fixing and stuff like that. But I mean, it doesn't really speak numbers to their.
Listen, if they make it so when I run by a freaking building, it doesn't automatically send me up that building, then I'm okay with the extra 2 weeks. But I can't see how much 2 weeks is going to give them.
It doesn't really,
Yeah.
At least
I know Matt's upset about this because he's a big Assassin's Creed fan. Weren't your exact words where they lost me? I'm done.
Yep. And this has just made it worse.
Yeah.
So I'm just picturing the coding guys behind their desk going, "Please, sir, let me go home," and then the director whipping a whip at their back.
Yeah.
Find the problem quickly.
2 weeks is
okay.
Probably accurate. It's Ubisoft, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to come right back here in a second with our weekly wrap-up. See you in a bit. Welcome back. We're going to work on our wrap-up here. Real quickly, we're going to go over a few games that are coming out this week. I sort of narrowed it down to some of the big ones. On PS4 and Vita this week, Velocity 2X is coming out.
What is that?
It is basically a twin-stick shooter.
Okay. Cool.
The original one was, what was it, Velocity Ultra or something like that?
Velocity Ultra R or something like that.
Yeah, I think they have some new components to this one where you're actually getting out of the ship and stuff.
Yeah, it's like a side-scroller shooter.
Yeah, so that should be some new aspects to it. Jack, you just kind of blew my mind. It's going to be free?
Yeah, it's the
free on PS Plus.
This Tuesday is the first day of September
September
lineup. So
and it's going to be free.
That and. I can't remember what else is free on PS. Oh, Sports Friends, which is I think you need the PlayStation Move controllers for, so that pretty much eliminates most of the population.
Most of the population.
But yeah, this is free as soon as it comes out.
Absolutely. I say to that, yeah. Next game we're going to come out with is for PC, actually, and I wanted to bring it up because it sort of represents a game that we probably will never play, but The Sims 4 comes out for PC. And The Sims is sort of a phenomenon because I actually know more what you would consider non-gamers that play this game as opposed to actual what you would consider gamers. It sells by the truckloads to...
It's because it's accessible. Everyone and their mothers can play it.
Yeah, exactly, because it's... Yeah. But that's going to be a huge launch for EA, I think, who publishes that. And on the Xbox One, Warframe is finally going to the Xbox One, which is a free-to-play... ninja shooter thing.
Yeah, except the only issue with it, I've played it on the PS4 and PC, pay to win.
Like most free
Very
plays.
strong.
Yeah.
Very, very pay to win.
But it's free to play.
Much pay,
And
much
another.
win.
Yeah, exactly.
And Dance Central Spotlight's coming to Xbox One as well.
Oh, there she is. $10 gets you in, gets your foot in the door. You can import songs from the last Dance Central games from 360.
Never played one, so.
Oh my god, they're so fun. So
I'm
good.
definitely going to be
can't
getting
dance,
some
so, you know.
SingStar when it comes for
Do
PS4.
not have to be able to dance, mate.
Anybody in for that? No?
For what?
SingStar?
For
yeah.
PS4? I'm so in for that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Cool.
I
Karaoke it up.
That's fine. You guys are just gonna have to buy me a case. It's the only reason. The only way I'll sing.
If you want to hear ever again, that'll be the way you'll get me to sing. You'll be deaf when I'm done.
I'm an amazing singer, so I'm not really, but I love that game. It's super fun.
Yeah, SingStar's great.
Absolutely. We'll move it on, I guess, because those are basically the big ones that are coming out this week, and we'll do our weekly Metacritic review here, where we like to dissect how awful some of these reviews are.
This is kind of a short one, and I guess we can segue this into just we can talk about other stuff revolving around
Sure.
the infamous game.
Ha. Continue.
I think the pause was too long. I lost it.
You lost it with the awfulness of the joke.
I've been
think.
playing. I played a lot of that infamous First Light this week. Absolutely loved it. And if I had to summarize it in a sentence, I'd say it reminded me why Infamous Second Son was one of my favorite games of the year. And so I pulled up a Metacritic review for Infamous Second Son, released March 22nd of this year. And this respectable Metacritic user gave it a 0, saying, "The graphics are okay, but nothing more. The game is repetitive. The city is not big like other sandbox like GTA 5. The history is meh. Wait for this game when arrives later in PS Plus." That's it.
Yeah.
So no dictionary around him, or no nothing.
I don't know.
No,
but
I.
it's odd. I kind of get upset when people compare. Like that's the thing now, isn't it? Like when Skyrim came out, a game wasn't big anymore because it wasn't Skyrim.
Right.
And now GTA 5 isn't nearly as big as Skyrim.
No.
No way.
No.
But
But a lot of
way
people would
shorter,
consider
but
that
way
better
smaller.
than Skyrim.
oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like GTA 5, we think to ourselves, like when you're playing it, you're probably thinking, "Oh, this is about as big as Skyrim," because
Yeah.
it's just that you're in that moment there.
Yep.
But I don't know.
The size of a game doesn't make it good or bad. It's all in what they.
Size
Doesn't matter.
There it
Size
is.
doesn't matter.
I was hoping we could bring that one out.
And we have the title of our episode.
Size
doesn't matter. It's what you do.
I was going to
with
say it's how
it.
pretty it is, because Infamous is more...
Aesthetics are important, apparently.
Infamous is probably the most pretty game that we've just talked about. So, I mean...
I can't agree with this guy, and obviously we try and pick reviews that are sort of against our own opinions. But the game itself was probably my favorite Infamous game, and I know some people would disagree with that. But the game itself, the gameplay is super fun.
Oh, yeah.
It actually took me back to Spider-Man 2 for PS2, which I just love to just swing around the city and do nothing.
And this is something that I loved from Second Son. And if you're an Infamous fan listening and you haven't played First Light, maybe because you're thinking, $15 for a few hours, and that's what it'll give you. However, there is a platinum. Matthew, I'm looking at you. And,
I am going to get it.
And any other kind of platinum trophy hunter out there. It's got a good trophy set in there, but not just that. If you think you feel badass in Second Son, you feel really badass in First Light.
The level of badassery is increased, is what you're saying.
It's next level.
Okay.
Next level badass.
Okay.
And mainly because you're playing as Fetch, and she's just this kind of crazy sort of foul.
For anybody who played
foul-mouthed,
Second Son,
cheeky.
she's probably the best character in Second
she's
Son,
awesome.
by far.
The badass ranking. Instantly think of Borderlands 2. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I was going there too.
Yeah.
But no, like you're like the power set is one you see in Second Son, but they've expanded upon it in such a way that makes you feel even faster and even and this is what I spent. The story can probably be played in like a single sitting. It's a true DLC in that way. However, I spent all my time just jumping around everywhere because I was just like, I am so crazy, like just flying around everywhere.
That was my original appeal of Spider-Man 2 for PS2 was you actually felt like a superhero because if you were swinging around the city and beating up thugs, you felt so powerful, just like you would in a comic book, because they would never be able to do anything to you. Like, you can just drop down, beat the crap out of them, and then swing away.
Yeah.
Same thing with Infamous Second Son. I spent all of my time using if you've never played it, sorry, but neon power, and just literally jumping from rooftop to rooftop because that's how much fun that is. Because you literally,
there is.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we've all played it a little bit, or at least watched it being played, and the game itself is phenomenally fun. Now, you're right. The story, it could probably use some work. It's not going to win any awards.
It's way more of a personal thing than the other ones where it's not really like
but gameplay trumps everything. If the gameplay is fun, the game is fun.
Yeah.
It's
got good, it's likable characters, and it's got just stellar gameplay. But no, and that kind of just, I was going to leave it on the note of if you did enjoy Second Son, you've neglected to play Last Light, definitely check it out. I assume that it would be that sort of game that will eventually be on sale in the next month or two.
For sure.
But if you're in the mood for a bit more of Infamous and you want to jump back into that universe, that gorgeous world, then do it.
Yeah,
it's
$15.
$15
for a few hours is not the worst $15 you'll ever spend.
And in a week that will be very painful while we await our destiny with Destiny.
Oh, segue. Oh, segue.
Man, I'm going to find a way to get all you guys segues.
We need to have like a iconic segues of gaming.
Your obsession with the word
finally
iconic
you get your plug-in.
is it's ridiculous. Yes, Destiny. Holy crap.
It will soon be upon us.
3 of us are going to be playing the crap out of that. We're trying to work out a schedule of when we're going to maybe stream this, but I know that me and Sam are trying to work out for sure something to to play, to do like basically just a few quick Let's Plays and stuff of us experiencing Destiny more than just the Cosmodrome, hopefully.
Oh yeah.
Because as much as I loved the beta, it was
a beta.
It was a beta, so I want to see where the story goes.
Exactly.
You can also look forward to our unboxing video, because guess who's getting a Ghost Edition? This guy.
And this guy.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm getting the limited edition.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, I don't really. I'm not. The Ghost is cool, but I'm just like, no. I'd rather have I'm more of the leather kind of case person.
Yeah. My biggest thing is art books. I collect them. But,
yeah. Question from myself and our respective audience. When can we expect to find that unboxing video on gaminglagg.com?
Another one.
My goal is to put this up on gaminglagg.com the day of.
It's number 6, by the way.
Yeah.
Because I'm
you're going to do it that morning, right?
I'm going to do it the morning of because I'm going to be opening it and making the video at as literally my first experience in opening it. And then I'm going to try and cut it together really quickly because obviously the whole point of me getting it on launch day is to play the crap out of it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do everything I can to make it very quickly, and then I'm jumping into the game right
Level
away,
20 that day.
Yeah.
As a student and
serious
and someone with a job. Well, you all are.
But, I was like, where are you going with this?
But
jobs.
Yeah, well, but I work. I've got a lot of things going on that day. But however, I am going to find time to jump in. And so if you guys are live streaming, I will be online.
Absolutely.
About 12 p.m. our time, East Atlantic time.
Atlantic.
Okay.
Atlantic.
I don't assume we have any listeners on the East Coast or West Coast. We are the East Coast. West Coast.
Jack just figured out where
you never know, Jack. iTunes is a powerful tool.
It is, actually.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, so that's what we're looking forward to this, not this coming Tuesday, but the one after.
Yeah.
But yes, I will do my best to get that unboxing video up right away.
Also, if you don't use iTunes, you can use gaminglagg.com.
Sam gets a plug.
Yeah. You're a little rusty.
Yeah.
But soon
It's his first one.
The Apprentice will become we'll all become masters of the plugin.
Yeah.
And
as I shamelessly sell myself to everybody, basically.
Yeah.
Go to my website, please.
Please, mate.
But does anybody else have anything else they want to talk about? I mean...
No, I mean, actually, well, do you mind if I bring up the Destiny review thing right now? Or
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
So
we have a cool idea for it.
Yeah, we've got a few reviews going up on game. I didn't even mean to do it. But okay, let me restart that sentence. We've got a few reviews appearing one by one on GamingLagg.com right now. You got to have that pause in there to really emphasize.
Obviously.
Sure.
Yeah.
So we've been discussing a lot how we want to structure them. Written reviews, obviously, have always been a key component, we think. And we've wanted to do some video reviews. We've been discussing how to condense them down into really kind of bite-sized versions, so like minute,
the
2-minute maximum sort of thing.
Most games you can pretty much sum up in about a minute and a half. So we're going to have condensed video versions of our written reviews that'll basically give you the gist of what the game is and how we feel about it.
However, I sort of brought to the table today that for something like Destiny, that is quite an extravagant game with its MMO aspects. It's massive online and it's huge questing. It's got the PvP, all these different aspects. I suggested that we each broach the subject of Destiny, take little pieces of it, all take notes on our own individual topics, and then we will bring you a very, very sizable review. I'm not sure how long it would be in writing, but I'm assuming like a video, let's say like a 4 or 5 minute video. Of the topic.
Especially for something that's like a new IP like this. I mean, nobody knows that. Like as you were mentioning before, Assassin's Creed. If you like the last one, you'll probably like this one because they're generally all the same with a few new features.
That's what it's going to come down to. Yeah.
Right, but something like Destiny, there's so much to it.
Yeah, sure. Destiny might not bring like extravagant new ideas to the table, but it is just
the game is a huge game.
Yeah.
There's a lot of components.
It's also
to
its
it.
first of a genre. They still don't know what to classify it as.
No,
it's
that's
a
true.
shooter. If it's an MMO, if it's an RPG, they don't
because
know what
the reason they
put it
can't
under.
classify it is because it's all of those things, though.
Exactly.
It has the competitive multiplayer.
I think it was.
It has.
I think it was an open world social game. I think that's what they classified
social
it.
shooter.
Yeah,
or
or something like that.
Yeah.
Like they had the word social.
Shared world shooter, right?
Shared world shooter.
Yes,
There we
yeah,
go.
there we go.
So, which is basically, I'm going to make up something to call this game because they can't really call it anything else. But
I know right now that I'm going to be looking at. I'm going to be writing about the game from a pure design perspective. Just like I want to look at level design,
atmosphere, sound design.
Just the general design of things that visual and audio and stuff like that. You were saying about
I'm probably going to do the multiplayer aspect of it, just because
PvE, PvP.
Yeah, sort of the relation between the two, and the multiplayer in that game is directly related to your experience in the single player. Well, not really single player, but in the story parts of the missions. But I actually do think that, like Halo and stuff, this game has the potential to go to, a high level of competitiveness for multiplayer. So I'm going to be looking at that.
Sam, you were saying
being a
Borderlands connoisseur.
Well, Borderlands, Halo freak if you want to, because
Sure.
I love Halo in general. And I love anything Bungie. Let's put it that way. I'm really excited about the story aspect of it. What's the story going to develop? Like, what is this darkness? Why is the Protector, I think is what his name is?
The
Guardian. No,
No.
you're Guardian. It's
Called
The Watcher.
we called it.
No, it's not a Watcher.
I've got to Google this.
Yeah, now I'm completely stumped.
What are
I
you
think
guys
it
talking
is
about?
the
orb?
big
orb.
the big orb.
It's the Watcher.
No, it's
No.
not. That's the guy.
That's the guy. Yeah.
The Visitor?
No.
Traveler.
The Traveler.
Traveler.
Just finding out why the Traveler.
Yeah, we're
came
really
to
excited.
the-
We're really
excited for Destiny.
What is it called?
What is it called? The main component of the
I almost
entire
called it the
story.
Prospector, to be honest.
No, that's Toy Story.
I come to this here planet looking for loot and toot and root and toot.
It has just it. Oh man, I'm so
Yeah.
excited for that
No.
game.
Yeah.
That has so many
Definitely
aspects
excited.
of basically every game that I've liked.
Yep.
So I think. Does anybody else have anything else to mention?
No, that
No?
was I just wanted
I
to
think
talk about
Matt,
that
you've said. I mean, I know you said before you were over 20 words. So
Yeah, I'm past that already.
yeah, exactly. So
So you're done.
so you're done. We'll
tapped out.
skip you for next week too, then, because
Yeah,
you basically talked enough for that. Okay.
No, I got a month before left of words.
Okay.
This is the last day out of the month, so you know
yeah.
it's resetting now.
Yeah, it's reset time.
So we'll be back next week. Again, we're gonna try and bring this to you every single week. I am Mike Chalice. You can follow me at Chalicist.
I am Jack Valentine, and I just brushed Mike's leg with my foot by accident. And you can follow me at Twitter at Jack Valentine, Jack at Jack Valentine 93 when I can say my own name. Thank you.
I'm Sam. You can follow me at Sandwich55.
And I'm Matt. You can follow me at Birdman1983.
And you can find all of our Twitter accounts on GamingLag.com. If you don't know how to spell Matt's, because he uses whatever he calls it, Lead Speak. Or you can follow us as a collective group at Gaming Lag. And we will see you next week, guys. Thanks for listening.
Destiny. Yeah.